Hey there, welcome back to another episode of This Guy's Thoughts. Like always, I appreciate you swinging by and watching a review. Tonight, I'm taking a look at a in-state Ohio brewery out of Dayton, Ohio, about a 30-minute drive from me. I've been to their brewery a couple times. Had many of their offerings. Check out my Brewing playlist, and you'll see. I think I've reviewed at least a dozen beers from them on the channel. But this here is their Superba Pilsner, Premium Pilsner. So there's a little bit about this here. I'm going to talk about that here in a second. I did a little bit of research on the name. Warped Wing always has, just something, kind of a historical tie or something just unique about the Dayton, Ohio area where the brewery is located. And this is no exception to that. So let's first look at the can. Got the Warped Wing logo there, the Superba right there, and we got some reading on the back there. This is coming in at 5.4% alcohol by volume. They don't list the IBU, but I believe it's 35 is what I seen on Untapped. I have it posted down there, up here, somewhere around the screen here. So the reading on the back says, 1933, the end of the dark times begin. Prohibition is tamed and soft drinks become hard drinks once again. Beer brands are Reborn, Superba Premium Pils, brewed for those that expect more from a Pilsner. Get noble hop aroma and flavor with a slight hop bitterness. Light, clean, crisp, superba. All right, so let's set this up here. So I did a little bit of Googling on this here, and I did find a article that I do want to read part of it here. It says actually in this article here, Superba has an ABV of 5.4%, 35 IBU. Let's see here. It says the beer's name was chosen to honor historic Dayton, Ohio brewery Alt Brothers Brewing Company. Who incorporated it in Dayton in 1907, and who produced a beer called Superba. During Prohibition. The company temporarily manufactured soft drinks. They made Polar distilled water and distributed dairy products. After Prohibition ended, the brewery opened again, selling Alt Beer, Alt Ale, and Alt Superba beer before ceasing production in 1942. Okay, so on here it says Nick Bowman, Vice President of Sales and Marketing Managing Partner at Warped Wing. We wanted to embrace that heritage by resurrecting a Dayton beer name from the past while putting a contemporary spin on the beer recipe. So, you know what? This sounds pretty good. So, as far as the artwork, man, you know what? Warped Wing logo is cool. I'm going to give this 4 out of 5. I like the little write-up about it. They give me the ABV on there. Just a very simple. Now, I've never heard of the Superba beer, so I don't really know. I'm assuming this is probably a throwback label to something like that, I would imagine. Not for sure on that, though. So what I'm going to use tonight is the Warped Wing pint glass right here. Just rinsed it out. Shouldn't have any dirty glass stains on here. So we'll crack this open, and we'll get a pour and see what it offers us. So I think maybe we'll get a smooth, creamy, maybe a bit of a malty Pilsner here. Been a while since I've had a Pilsner. Yeah. We'll see. Should get some noble hop aromas on this. So let's look at this beer here. You know what? Just typical lager looking beer. We got a light gold here, or a yellowish gold here. It's coming across a lot much darker on screen there. Move it around a little bit. A haziness to it. I can see silhouette on the other side as I'm going like this, but there's a nice haziness to it. About a finger of head up on top of that, just some larger fisheye bubbles popping in there. Typical lager Pilsner style head and look to this one. As far as aroma, not much to it, honestly. Maybe a bit of a doughiness, breadiness, and earthiness to this. Pretty much all I'm picking up there, so let's get a drink on this bad boy and see what it's all about. Ooh, there's a little bit more of a malty backbone to this than I was expecting. So, 5.4%, 35 IBU. Just a mild hoppy bitterness, very mild. You know, lighter body beer. I don't know, higher side of lighter body, lower side medium body, somewhere right in there. Kind of a dryness on the back end of this. Not overly complex. I thought there'd be a little bit more to it. Is it good? Oh yeah, it's good, no doubt. I don't want to come across like I'm hating on this or anything. It's very good Pilsner. Easy drinking. I would call this a summertime crusher, no doubt. If you're a Pilsner goer, you don't like IPAs, big beers like that, stouts, porters, you probably like this here. If you're not the typical craft beer, you're like, I hate craft beer. If you're that person and you're like a light lager style, Budweiser type of person, this would be a good craft beer for you because it's not overly complex. There's not a lot of craziness in this beer. Just a good, solid drinker. Like I said, I would call this a summertime crusher. As far as scoring this, you know what? Just under a 4. I'm probably about a 3.9 out of 5 on this. Good, solid, easy drinking beer. I have no problem with this. I could drink more of these. At this lower ABV of 5.4, you know, you could knock back a few of them, start feeling a little loose there, hanging out at the campfire, around the grill, around the pool, whatever you want to drink out of on a nice hot day. I do recommend this. So anyhow, like, subscribe, comment, give me a thumbs up down there, okay? Hit that notification bell, share the video, check out my other content. I do appreciate it.